If you're building your Moebius Models van trailer kit with the swing door option, here's a couple of minor enhancements you can make to the molded-on door details. In addition, because I'm building this model as a plain no-frills dry van used for intermodal service, two other modifications I'm going to make are filling of two holes provided on the left side door for a long grab handle, and removal of the small inspection door in the lower right corner. Because it's molded entirely on the surface, with no recessed area around it, the inspection door is easy to remove by simply chiseling it off and sanding the area smooth. Inspection door is completely removed, and some kit parts runner has been heated and stretched to make a tapered plug to fill the hole for the grab handle. When possible, I like to add a backing piece when plugging holes for some extra strength. Here, I've used a 1/4-inch paper punch to create two discs of 20 thou styrene to glue on the back side of the plugs for the grab handle holes. The backing pieces provide some extra support when trimming the plug to length and sanding it smooth. The first improvement to the molded-on door detail can be seen on the right side door handle, where a portion of it has been trimmed away to make it look more like a separate part and less like a molded-on lump of plastic. This was done using a small saw blade and a hobby knife handle, and you can also see a primered area where some scratches had to be filled in. This first door handle I trimmed away without using any kind of backing, and learning from that, here's a better approach. Tape two pieces of shim brass to the door, one above and one below the molded-on door handle. Thinner is better for this application. I use shim brass that was 3/1000 of an inch thick. This provides protection from the saw blade. For the initial cut, partway through the door handle. The saw blade itself is not thick enough to do the job in one pass. So for the second cut, a spacer was made using a piece of 16/1000 of an inch sheet aluminum with a notch filed in it to fit around the door handle. Set the aluminum spacer in place and make a second cut with the saw blade. Remove any remaining material with a sharp number 11 hobby knife blade and finish with light sanding with 400 and 600 grit sandpaper. While still molded on, the finished door handle detail is much improved. Real door lock rods are round, while on the model, being molded in place, they're more of a U-shape. The second improvement to the molded-on door detail is using a fine scriber to score a line along the junction between the door lock rod and the door itself. Multiple light passes are the key to success here, being careful not to damage any of the molded-on hardware detail. Scribing this groove along the corner of the lock rod creates the illusion of it being a separate piece, as can be seen here, comparing the finished lock rod in the front with the untouched one in the back. Because being hauled on railway rolling stock classifies as severe service, most trailers used for intermodal purposes have 4 lock rods on the doors instead of just 2. For this model, I'm adding a second set of lock rods and hardware to match the molded-in detail. Those will be featured in the next video. In the meantime, thank you for watching this brief how-to, and give these techniques a try to improve the molded-on details on your Moebius trailer kit.